What's up, Vikings? Today I'm going to tell you about how I Loki'd the entire School of Dragons. But before we begin, it's time for a little bit of bureaucracy. So, for anyone that is new to the channel, I'm Kaiser the Sneak, Kai for short, and I primarily play School of Dragons and some of our Kingdom. But in School of Dragons, I have around 24,000 trophies. I'm in the third highest ranked clan, Bandito Gang, and I'm also known for my maze speedrun videos. That reminds me, the most popular video on my channel is Aura Kingdom right now. So if you're a fan of School of Dragons, get your body off the couch and smash that like and subscribe button. It really helps a lot. I've actually been holding out on a voice reveal for a while because I wanted to get a better microphone because this microphone I'm currently using is kind of bad, but I just decided to skip it. And so I apologize if the quality is kind of bad, but if you have a good suggestion for a good voice recorder, please leave that in the chat and I would love to check it out. Anyway, back to the juicy stuff. So before I get into exactly how I Loki'd School of Dragons, I want to give you a little bit of backstory. So my annual April Fools or Loki that I do every year started back in 2020. I'd only been on the forums for about 3 or 4 months at this point, and I decided to post a Loki joke, and this would be to do a Titan Dreadstrider. A lot of people know that Dreadstrider is one of the famous dragons in School of Dragons, and I wanted to do this joke that there was suddenly a Titan Dreadstrider you could get. And so I posted it. I got several comments. Most of the people fell for it. There were a few that didn't, but it was fun. I also got a little bit of hate for it. As you know, there's Karens on the forums, and so, yeah, but whatever, it's kind of happens to everybody. So I wasn't thinking that was much of it. It wasn't really a good joke. It was just I was basically just saying that it somehow bugged out, and I was able to get an option. There wasn't any pictures or anything, so it really wasn't all that good, but it was a good first attempt. So then the next year, what I did is I found a random person on the forums, and I asked him, and he agreed with me. And basically what we did is we pretended to be long-lost relatives, and that we'd found this out. And so I had this really long script that I wrote out, but that didn't fool anybody. Like, literally nobody fell for it. And one person even said, it doesn't sound convincing at all, and next time I need to come up with a better, believable story. And so first of all, I was a little bit like, whoa, like that's kind of mean. But I was like, you know what? It's probably a challenge. Like, I really didn't do a good job. It really wasn't a good April Fool's joke. And so I was like, okay, I got to do something differently this year. So this year, I really put myself into it to get a better result. So the first thing that I needed to do to make this actually a believable prank was I needed to find a good prank. And I immediately knew what I wanted to do, and that was I wanted to create a leak, a fake leak. School of Dragons oftentimes does a leak where they'll leak, for instance, a dragon that's upcoming in the next update, or a dragon egg, or just some sort of object that's going to come in the next patch. And so I wanted to do that, but for a dragon that isn't going to come out, or at least isn't going to come out anytime soon. And a lot of people know the Submaripper. It's kind of a famous dragon. It's very powerful. It was in the Race to the Edge TV series. And so I wanted to do a Submaripper. But of course, there is no Submaripper in game, so it's not like I could just take a screenshot of it. So what I actually did is I went online to Google, and I found an image of a Submaripper, and I blew it up. And then I basically cut it out and pasted it in some high-tech software, which was Microsoft Paint 3D. And I put it on a kind of grayish background, which is what most of the leaks are on, and put some copyright info on the bottom, which is what most images also have. And boom, I was done. Well, I also had to basically cut off part of the Submaripper because I only wanted like the leg and like maybe a little bit of the tail, because when the teasers come out for dragons, they never tease the entire dragon. It's just a part of it. So I actually did that as well. And then I was like, okay, I'm done. Didn't look super amazing, but I mean, it was okay. So I was like, well, I need to do a test. So I went over to my friend Lady Fighter on Discord, and I showed her a picture of it and said, what do you think this dragon is? Just as a sort of a test. And first she said, that looks familiar. Give me a moment. And then I was like, oh boy, she's going to go online, search Submaripper, see the image that I copied, and I'm going to be totally busted. It's not going to work. But instead, she returned with a comic of How to Train Your Dragon and said, look at this. It's a Submaripper. And so I said, do you think it's legit? Like, this guy didn't just fabricate it? And she said, well, could be, but I don't think it is. And I was like, yes, it's a good fake. And so she agreed with me. I'm an evil genius for sure. And so actually she helped me kind of get rid of some white outline that there was on the dragon, which made it look even better. And then she gave it back to me, and it was ready to go. But the problem was that there was more to this prank than just a good image. You also have to set it up correctly. You can't just randomly post it on School of Dragons forums. So what I actually did was I looked at several posts by SoD the Sneak. SoD the Sneak is my longest range brother on the forums. When I actually made my name Kaiser the Sneak, I didn't realize there was a SoD the Sneak, so that was kind of funny. But anyways, he oftentimes posts leaks, or he did. He hasn't actually been on the forums for a while now, which is why I thought I could get away with this. But anyways, he always posts a little story normally, talking about how he discovered this, this leak, whether it was on a desk of Bernjolf or he saw something like that. And so I was like, okay, I need to put a little story. But if I wanted to put this little story on here, I knew what I was going to need to do was add SoD into it to make it seem more legit. So I made this little story about how me and SoD sneaked into the main hall and got this little image and everything to make it seem more legit. And I think that really did add a bit to it as well. So yeah, that was really good. I could put that in there, and then I also basically combined several of the different titles for SoD the Sneak posts that he made to make a post title that seemed familiar. So all of this was done. I was finally ready. I posted on the forums, and I was like, what is going to happen? Like, what is people going to say? How is this going to work out? Okay, so I'm going to walk you through exactly what happened after I posted. So I posted, here it is, got the image in here, and then I was like, okay, so let's see what's going to happen. So first, I got a thing saying, oh, that looks familiar. Oh, I need to tell something really quick, and that is, I know for a fact that some of the people that posted here knew it was a joke. They were just playing along. So I don't want you to go back in there and say, oh, look, they're stupid. They fell for it. How could they? It was so obvious. First of all, it wasn't obvious. I think I did a pretty good job. And second of all, some people were just playing along with me. I know that for a fact. So, and I don't exactly know which ones, but some of them were. So don't think that they're just stupid or something like that. So we got some people falling for it. Some people suggesting it was a Summer Ripper, which is what I wanted. Summer Ripper, not exactly what I was expecting. Interesting. Yep, that's because you shouldn't be expecting it because it's not coming out. Got my friend Lady Fighter, who also posted the image from her comic, which was really nice. I'm very thankful for that. I got Lack, who said he's appreciating how elaborate stories. And so that made me a little happy because I was like, yeah, I put a lot of work into getting that story correct. And I think that added just a little bit more legitimacy to this prank. So shout out to Lack for that comment. Then we got this person who said a bunch of stuff, and then had a link to a Dragon's video. Don't click the link. It's a Rickroll. I clicked it. I got Rickrolled. Shout out to this user for Rickrolling me. But yeah, they knew all along what was that for sure. And then we got someone playing along. And then H Powers. H Powers is the only person that remembered that I have done April Fools in the past, which I thought was pretty cool. H Powers has been on the forum for a very long time and realized that, and I think she was very skeptical for sure. Wants a picture of the whole dragon. I do have a picture of the whole dragon, but I'm not going to show that. Other people, the image hasn't loaded here. Oh yeah, doesn't believe it, or maybe he does. I don't know. Can't tell with the rock, but whatever can I say? Other people commenting, some people saying they know what the date is, they know it's April Fools. Okay, then we got LPS. So LPS is somebody that's on the School of Dragons Discord server, the unofficial one, and also works on the School of Dragons wiki. And this person is extremely smart and does a lot with Blender and images and model renderings and stuff. So I was pretty certain this wasn't going to pass by. Even the smallest details would get caught. But what I thought was so funny is that LPS thought didn't look at my image as the fake one. LPS looked at my wanted poster of SoD, and I didn't mention this a minute ago. Let's see if the image is loaded. Yeah. So actually, this image is from a much earlier post. It was for a School of Dragons Dev Appreciation Day, and the user that posted this giant post made this poster. And I thought that people would remember this and I was just going to refer to it like, hey, he's on this wanted poster. I don't want to be on the wanted poster sort of situation. I wasn't pretending that I'd actually made this. But apparently LPS thought that didn't remember that and thought I had made this and was pointing out the flaws in the outfit because the outfit of SoD the Sneak has changed. And so they were like, "Oh, look, it's different. This must be April Fool's joke," which I wasn't even trying to do that. So it's so funny that they thought it was, and so it was kind of, I guess it kind of was unfortunate on my part that I guess I assumed everybody would, and they didn't. So that was kind of interesting. But I thought it was funny that they pointed out to that, and they didn't even point out to my image. So I guess I did a pretty good job with it. Anyway, I posted here that it's an April Fool's joke after it was done. And the Supreme Cabbage doesn't even know who SoD the Sneak is. That shows you how long it's been since SoD the Sneak has actually showed up on the forums. So there we go. That's sort of exactly what happened. I also wanted to really quickly show a little bit about what happens on this unofficial School of Dragons Discord, and that's because people there tend to be a little bit smarter and less dramatic, and they had some interesting things to say as well. So we'll get to that in a minute here. Okay, so here we are on the School of Dragons unofficial Discord server, and I'm kind of going back to see what everybody said. So we got this first guy that posts, wait a minute, what? What's this post? And actually everybody knows I'm on the School of Dragons Discord server, so it was kind of funny hearing people talk about me here because they know I'm watching. Like, anyways, okay, so we got someone who knows it's April Fool's prank, and then someone says, that was fast. And he says he immediately knew it was a fake because of the image and the stamp for comparison. So the stamp was the hardest thing to do. I couldn't find an exact stamp, and I think that was probably the worst part of my fake image. And I tried my best, but I literally just couldn't find the correct stamp. And so the footer, that is, I don't know what he's talking about. I did put a footer on it. It looked good to me. I copied it very correctly, so that's interesting. LPS also says that it was posted on March 31st, not April 1st. And so that kind of just shows, I mean, there's like no way to win here, right? If I post it too early, there's going to be people upset because it's going to be a day after April 1st, right? Because it depends on the time zones. And so if I post it on my April 1st, it'll be too late for others. If I post it on their April 1st, it'll be too early for people in my time zone. And so I was like, you know what, I'll just post it according to the earliest possible time zone, and then I'll take it down according to the latest possible time zone. And that's what I did. So LPS is in a time zone where it was March 31st, not April 1st, in their time zone. And so they said, oh, wow, this is so weird. Well, no, it's not. Just like I can't win. Like I literally cannot post at a time where it's April 1st for everybody. So, what can I say? They're all laughing at me. Bob gets it right. It was the first. Actually, it wasn't the first for me, I don't think, but we'll go with that. There's me. Someone's catching on. It was digital art. Yeah. That's one of the things. It wasn't even a. Here we go. Yeah, that'd be. Yeah, they caught on. Like, obviously, School of Dragons wouldn't let a random forum person post, but I tried. And then one of my friends said, "Look what you're doing to these poor people." I was having fun. Its poster is far from being close. Ouch. Roast. Yeah, they're trying to. LPS is trying to show again that I had it wrong, but whatever. It wasn't the username. That was obvious. Man, I'm getting roasted. So that was kind of it. That's sort of all that was going on. Nothing too interesting there, but what can I say? Okay, so that about sums up the April Fool's joke. And oh my goodness, I forgot about Bernjolf. Let's go to there. Okay, so now's the part that you've all been waiting for. Bernjolf himself messaged me. And first I was like, oh my goodness, what is he going to say, right? What is he going to say? I was super, super nervous. Like, you have no idea how nervous I was. And this was actually, Bernjolf messaged me pretty quickly after I made the post. So I was really, really nervous. But let's see what Bernjolf said. Bernjolf says, "Greetings, Screaming Fire Death. I just really need to change my name. I want to change it back to Kaiser Sneak. That was what like my username was back then, and I hate it when people call me that. I need to change that. But anyways, greetings, Screaming Fire Death. I noticed you're a top secret summer rapper post. So, and I never said it was a summer rapper. So Bernsdorf is clever. Bernsdorf knows his dragons and he knows HDYD, which I think some people think that, Bernsdorf is out of touch, not reading the forums, just kind of some random developer dude. But this kind of proves that not only does Bernsdorf know his dragons, know HDYD, but he also was keeping a very close eye on the forum. So this was kind of cool. I noticed you're a top secret summer rapper post, and I gotta say you fooled me pretty well. Happy Loki'd Day to you and yours. Sincerely, Bernsdorf. Really nice, actually. That was super kind of him. I wasn't expecting him to say something like that. And to say that I fooled him, which is he's even one of the devs. So how in the world could I possibly have fooled him? I don't know. But that made my day because he was so nice, so kind to me. And he didn't chew me out for making this fake post. So I thought that was really, really nice and kind of him. We'll see if I do another April Fool's joke next year. I'm not sure if I really want to continue doing this. I don't really like getting roasted in comments and stuff. But, maybe it's just I need to develop thicker skin, I guess. But anyways, so that kind of sums up how the Happy Loki Day went. Kind of sums up what I did and how I did it. I'll probably make some videos in the future about the past April Fool's jokes I made, so you guys can kind of see some of that, see what my perspective was on that, and maybe see some of the drama that ensued. Please keep your notifications on. Definitely smash that subscribe button and the like button. I'm going to make a video in the future about how I got a School of Dragons mod banned on the Discord. That's a story filled with lots of drama. I think you guys will want to hear that. So definitely keep your notifications on. Definitely subscribe. It really helps me a lot to keep on making these videos. And I will see you later.